So, hello Priyanka, hello Tanzim. Thank you for joining today's webinar. We will be starting in a couple of minutes. And meanwhile, we are waiting. It would be great if you guys could introduce yourself in the chat box with your educational background and research interest.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Priyanka. Can you let me know of your educational background and what are your research interests?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, recently I'm pursuing MTech Biotechnology. This is my last semester. And ma'am, recently I have done 2 projects in bioinformatics. That was basically on the R programming. And my interest basically is on the cancer research.
Okay, so do you wish to do programming project again with R?
Sorry, ma'am, your voice is breaking. Sorry, ma'am.
Hello, am I audible now?
Hello.
Am I audible now?
Ma'am, actually your voice is continuously breaking.
Yes, Gauri. Actually, Priyanka, you can try fixing your network because Shigori is, yeah, her audible, like her voice is clearly audible.
All right. Meanwhile, I can type my type in the chat, and you can respond in the chat. All right, so I can see that a couple more of participants have joined. So we are waiting for a few more minutes to start with today's webinar. And meanwhile, we are waiting. It would be great if the participants could introduce yourself in the chat box. You can let us know about your educational background and research interest. Are you from a life science background or are you from a computer science background? Shivam, Shruti, Tanzim, Bhaskar. I'm curious to know about your educational background. Are you from a microbiology or biotechnology? We have Priyanka with us. She's from a biotechnology background. What are your what is your background? And you can also let me know of your research interest as well. So we have Shruti with us. She's also from an MTech biotechnology background from Amity University. What are your research interests, Shruti? Can you let me know about that too? Priyanka is interested in cancer research and she has previous experience working with R programming. And I'm curious to know about the rest of you guys as well. All right, so Priyanka says she's from an MTech biotechnology background and she has done 2 projects in bioinformatics. That's pretty interesting, based on R programming and talking. So this is the interest in bioinformatics increase, and she is now interested in doing cancer research and also using some of the tools that are important in bioinformatics. That's pretty interesting. Do you have any specific area of oncology that you're interested to work with? Or have you previously checked out any of our student projects that are there on the portal? We have numerous students from Amity who has carried out multiple oncology related projects. I can share them during my presentation as well, so that everyone can have a look into what are the various ideas that students have already worked on. Apart from oncology, what are rest of your research interests? Are there anyone with machine learning interest or infectious disease? Also, please feel free to unmute yourself and answer as well if you find typing in the chat is more complicated. If so, you can unmute as well and let me know. All right, so Shruti has her research interest in machine learning, R programming, and want to learn Linux. I'm also curious to know, like, how would you rate your proficiency in bioinformatics as? Is everyone a beginner in bioinformatics, or have you guys, I can see that few of the participants have already worked with bioinformatics project. So we do have a couple of intermediate and advanced level participants who all are beginners in bioinformatics. You can let me know that as well in the chat box.
Ma'am, actually, we have done some projects, so I think I can consider myself as an intermediate. But I'm also just want to learn more basics about the bioinformatics and more tools, as I say you before. So I think that I'm under the intermediate person.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for sharing, Priyanka. What about the rest of you guys? I'm curious to know about you guys as well. I can only see that Shruti and Priyanka are sharing their research interest and background. Please feel free to share your interest as well. You would like to have it more interactive. You don't have to feel shy or anything. All right. Also, I can see that a couple of the participants have already joined our program. So can you let me know, like, who all has joined the program? I guess Priyanka has joined. Good evening, Medha. You have already joined, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what about the rest of you guys? Have you already enrolled for the program, or are you guys waiting to enroll? Okay, Shruti has also joined the program. Medha, okay. Medha has also joined for the program. We do have a couple of participants who have joined. What about the rest of you guys? Have you guys joined as well? Meda, you can also let me know, like, what is your education background and what are your research interests? Shruti and Priyanka has shared it as well.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Meda.
Yeah, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, ma'am. So my name is Smita Shrivastava and I'm pursuing MTech Biotechnology from Amity University. I'm a final year student and like I have interest in bioinfo since past long time. So I have worked on projects which included drug discovery and I have used some tools like Autodoc and Schrodinger, and we have performed many experiments like on finding out drug targets and all. But right now, through this program, I'm keen to learn more about data science and machine learning.
Oh, all right. So you have pretty similar interests with Shruti. She is also interested in machine learning and she also has done molecular docking. Are
Yeah,
you guys in
ma'am.
the same batch as well?
Yes, ma'am. We are in the same class, all three.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Do you have any specific research interests, like using machine learning? Which area of analysis would you like to do? Are you interested in oncology or infectious diseases?
Ma'am, I have worked on infectious diseases for like past 2 semesters. So I
Hmm.
was thinking to go for something else, like something in neuroscience maybe, because I was not very keen about oncology. That's why I wanted to do something else. So, but I was confused during when I was filling the form. So I just put my interest in agriculture and biotech. So I'm not like pretty sure on what I can work. So I need a bit of guidance on what new thing I can work now, because from past 2 semesters I have been working with some infections and finding out targets for viral diseases, and also that's why.
Okay, all right. We do have like a lot of research fellows who have started from zero, and they have been able to even publish their research work. So along the presentation, I can show you like some of the student projects that are there who have made use of machine learning to study infectious diseases, oncology, and so on. So meanwhile, let's start with today's webinar, and the participants can share their education background and research interests along the way, so that we don't have any delays. So hello everyone, a very warm greeting to one and all. My name is Srigauri Krishnakumar and I would like to welcome you all for today's webinar on OmicsLogic, Bioinformatics and Data Science Research Fellowship Program. So those of you who are new to this webinar, this program has been designed to help young researchers and students take advantage of the bioinformatic resources for analysis of complex high throughput life science data and become well versed in bioinformatics. And this program offers you to participate in real and cutting edge, renowned bioinformatic research and to be a part of the community. And the fellowship program will offer a combination of online resources and mentor guidance to prepare you and help you complete a bioinformatics project. So before we begin with today's webinar, let me also take a brief moment to introduce you to the team behind the program. We are a US-based bioinformatics company who's working with multiple academic and commercial collaborators to develop easy-to-use analytical tools, and our mission is to make bioinformatics more accessible. And as a part of the program, students will have access to the OmicsLogic training that has been completed by over 24,000 participants from 187 countries in over 300 workshops. And due to this fast growth, our team is working with local and regional coordinators that are helping refine local program logistics and adapting them to the needs of students and researchers around the world. And this training has been completed by participants in 6 different specialization tracks that includes oncology, infectious diseases, precision medicine, neuroscience, data science for biomedical data, and comprehensive training on omics data analysis. And students will also have access to the OmicsLogic resources. But how does it help advance bioinformatics teaching? OmicsLogic is a portal for practical and theoretical learning of bioinformatics. It takes a combination of training modules, data analysis tools, curated project datasets, and interactive sessions with mentors to give the student a clear path up the Bloom's taxonomy pyramid. And no matter what the user's initial experience with bioinformatics is, OmicsLogic is a useful tool for gaining a baseline knowledge of the theory behind bioinformatics, analysis of large datasets, an introduction to basic coding languages like R and Python, or even beginning a data analysis project. And this also comes with an access to the OmicsLogic courses, which include courses on bioinformatics, precision medicine, multi-omics, that includes genomics, transcriptomics, metagenomics, and epigenomics, data science that makes use of R and Python, as well as chem informatics, and example projects of different fields that you could learn from and replicate for your research work. And as a part of the program, students will also receive access to the T-BioInfo platform, wherein you will be guided through the demo pipelines as well as the data management and analysis cloud infrastructure to run the bioinformatic pipelines, and different stages of analysis will be performed in different sections on this multi-omics platform. Another important resource that you get access to is the OmicsLogic Code Playground, which will help you develop coding skills while learning popular packages in R and Python to visualize, annotate, and analyze complex patterns in biological data. And with so much data available on any biological topic and question, completing a program seems like a great opportunity, but it can be challenging. That is why we also provide you with the opportunity to seek mentor guidance and learn alongside an international community of bioinformatics and data science enthusiasts. So now, to view the various courses and example projects, we first need to sign up on the OmicsLogic Learn portal. Before that, let me walk you through a brief demo on what a completed profile on the portal looks like. So once you sign up on the portal, these are the features that you need to update on your account. That is, a completed profile will have a profile image, full name with appropriate capitalization, link to your social media handles, and a brief bio about yourself that will consist of your education background and research interests. And the mentors can view your progress under the Activity tab. The courses you are currently completing will appear under the Courses tab. And finally, after the completion of your coursework, the certificates will appear under the Certificates tab. So with that, let us begin by signing up on the OmicsLogic Learn portal. I'm sharing the link for signing up on the portal in the chat box so that the participants can sign up on the portal as well. All right, Shubham has shared the link for signing up. So the participants can visit this link, and I'll walk you through the demo on how to sign up on the portal. So for those participants who are new to the OmicsLogic Learn portal, you can simply click on the Create an Account option that you see here. And here you will be asked to enter your name, email ID, and password. You can either log in using any of these, or you also have the option to log in using any of your social media handles. For example, your Google account, Facebook account, GitHub, Apple account, GitHub account, or even Twitter. And for those participants who already have an account on the portal, you can simply click on Login Now and simply click on Sign In. So with that, I'll pause for a couple of seconds for the participants to sign up on the portal. And once you have signed up, please put a yes in the chat box so that I can take you along and show you the various courses and projects that students have completed. I'm monitoring the chat box for your response. The participants who have already signed up, you can put a done in the chat box so I know that you already have an account on the portal. So I'm expecting responses from the 10 plus participants that we have. You can put a yes in the chat box once you have signed up. And if you already have an account on the portal, you can simply put done in the chat box so that I know that you already have a pre-existing account on the portal. All right, so Sulagna says done. So she already has an account on the portal. Priyanka says she has also signed up. Meda also says sign up. I'm waiting for a few more responses in the chat box, and I'll proceed along and show you the various courses and example projects that will be useful to you during your project dissertation. And if you have any queries, you can leave that in the chat as well, and I'll be happy to guide you if you're facing any technical issues. All All right, so along the way, you can leave your responses in the chat. I'm going to proceed along and show you the various courses that are there. So once you sign up on the portal, you'll be able to see the various courses that are there, courses and example projects that are there on the portal. So let's say you have a specific, let's say you are a complete beginner to the field of bioinformatics and you want to get started in this field. So if so, you have courses on introductory bioinformatics that you can take a look at. That is course 1, Introduction to Bioinformatics and Bytes and Molecules. And since a lot of the participants already have a prior experience working in bioinformatics and they already have a predefined research interest, I'll walk you through the various courses that makes use of the concept. So we have a couple of participants who are interested in machine learning. So you can simply enter the keyword that you're interested to work with in the search bar that asks you for a specific course. And that will show you the various courses and example projects that are making use of the machine learning concepts. And I can also see that a couple of participants are interested in oncology. So you can simply enter oncology. That will show you the various example projects that are there, ranging from breast cancer to liver cancer and so on. So you can take a look at this at your own pace. But for now, coming to the part where I was talking about updating your account, you can simply click on the Welcome Back tab that says with your email ID. And here you will see an icon that says Profile. So once you click on this, you will be able to edit all the features that I was talking about in my presentation. That is your profile image, your bio, that will consist of your educational background and research interest. Your name has to be in full proper capitalization as well. And you can also link your social media handles such as LinkedIn and Orchid ID as I have linked here. And now, as I mentioned, this is the activity tab, wherein the mentor of your program and the community manager will be tracking your learning progress. And once you start taking up any of the courses and example projects, that will show up under the courses tab. And once you complete your dissertation project and publish it on our portal, you will be able to view it under the projects tab. And you also have the programs tab, wherein you'll be able to see the research fellowship program that you have enrolled. And finally, after the completion of the quizzes and associated assignment, you will receive the certificates under the certificates tab. So this is how to navigate the portal. And another interesting part that I want to show you is how to check out other student projects that are there on the portal. I'm sharing the link in the chat box. So this is the link where students have published a wide variety of projects on topics ranging from astrobiology, infectious diseases, oncology, precision medicine, machine learning, and so on. You can take a look at it. You can simply enter the keywords that you're interested in, similar to how you were looking for your coursework and example projects. So if, say, you're interested in neuroscience, you can simply enter the keyword neuroscience, and that will show you a lot of the research topics, that is transcriptomic profiling, machine learning for neuroscience, and genomics for neuroscience, and so on. So you can take a look at this and let me know if you have any queries. You can let me know in the chat as well. So now to move to the next part of today's webinar, I would like to invite Dr. Mohit Mazumdar, who is also going to be one of the mentors of the Research Fellowship Program. To give you a brief introduction, Dr. Mohit Mazumdar has over 12 years of research and industry experience. He has completed a master's in bioinformatics from Jamia Millia Islamia and has a PhD in computational biology and chemistry from Jawaharlal Nehru University. He is an expert in machine learning and application to biomedical and chemical data. And with that brief introduction, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Srigari. And hello, everyone. Pleasure to meet you all. And welcome to the session. I'm really glad to meet with you all today and very excited to talk about one of the best research experience or program which we have developed as a company while working as a startup in a very niche domain, which is bioinformatics and biomedical data science. So I know that many of you have already been part to the first session that we did yesterday. I think some of you were there, and those who are joining for the first time, My name is Mohit Mazumdar, and to tell you briefly, I'm working at the intersection of academia and industry with the aim to develop large capacity for the healthcare system, especially in India and elsewhere as well. So since 2019, we have launched the OmicsLogic in India with an initial collaboration with several universities where we piloted our training and worked with faculty to develop programs and training and research that addresses the major gap in bioinformatics education. So since then, we have been working with students from partner universities going through training and project work and faculties who are interested to utilize the collaborative research platform to incorporate project-based bioinformatics and data science research to their analysis. It has been a very thrilling journey for us, and this experience has enabled us to work on a variety of challenges that comes with the training and translational research. And that's why we are saying that we will be able to work on infectious diseases, cancer, neuroscience, space omics, and you have an option to choose from an array of research that you want to do, and we will be able to support that. And the reason is that because we come with this agenda, like our company has this agenda to bring awareness about data driven healthcare research, and that's why we are reaching out to all of you to make bioinformatics and high quality data driven research accessible to everyone. So in a way, we want to be the disruptors in the field of biological data science research, and that is how by providing these industry grade cutting edge training and support at a lowest possible cost compared to what is available in the industry. And this engagement so far has helped us to collect data and tremendously improve our learning models. So after many programs, we have coordinated, and as you know that we are a data science driven company. So we do data science for everything, for data collection, for calculation of different types of models, which is also business models, not just not just research models. So after many programs coordinated with the universities, we have over 1,000 students from India, and then we saw that there's a major gap in skills, and then we were thinking that the best way is to integrate this as a research experience, like a research project where you know or learn about to how do you think critically about data and apply appropriate analysis methods to the right data. So that is very challenging otherwise. About the program, yes, in last year, 2021, I think 2021 is now 2 years ago, we signed an MOU, and one of the reasons that this program is available with the lowest cost to the Amity student is because of this MOU, because in here, Amity University, and we signed for a long-term collaboration, and on top of that, Tauber Bioinformatics Research Center was also involved. So the scholarships that we provide are also supported by the Tauber Research Institute, making it the lowest cost research fellowship program in all around the world. So as I said, the team includes people from Pine Biotech US, Pine Biotech India, and in Israel. Tauber Bioinformatics Research Center is Israel, and we have a group of scientists who supports this program. So you are in really great hands. And along with that, the faculty from Amity University, your university, are really collaborating and helping, and we are working together so that we can do several other things along with the research, and along with like big term projects and translational research, industry related research, commercialization of some products, and henceforth. Similarly, we are working with some of the prime institutes, as you saw that for industry as well as academia, we are working with pharma industry, and we are developing content and training and placements for people who are interested in such disciplines. So these sort of training programs are also available, which are like an intermediate level training programs. And we are also connected with AI and drug discovery companies, and we are building resources We are using also doctors and healthcare data and hospitals and all of that, so that we not only learn about genetic data, and we can actually complete the picture of system biology, and also like information from patient level data, information about these different parameters that also play very important role. So integrating all of this, you get a really clear picture of how the health care or health informatics or this entire healthcare system could be challenged and could be improved by incorporating these things which are not usually done in India. So that's our purpose, to be able to do it in India and effectively, and also worldwide, where there is a gap, there's an opportunity. Similarly, for NGS industry, the price of next generation sequencing is getting less and less, but there is still a problem with data analysis. So the data analysis is still something that India is not realizing to be a thing right now, because the data generation is not so high. But yeah, I mean, various companies, like 150 companies have mushroomed in last 2 years, because they realize that this is like going to change. And that the reason is that after COVID pandemic, you know that the data, at least genomic data, is now talked about a lot. And the government is kind of uh, supporting that, and they are seeing the results from this CAR-T experiments and all, where gene editing to all those technologies are used to address very challenging diseases such as cancers, which were non-curable at every point of time during this entire history. But right now there is a possibility to get the people, cured. But all of this is very expensive to be able to do, even in the US. Like in India, obviously, there are two hospitals who have started it, and in India, you know that we specialized in low cost. So we are trying to build that kind of technology research, and those are some of the opportunities that the users, or like the students, will should be aware of, because in the future it will all be in that context. Now for the winters, like every semester we will have like a bunch of programs that we do. You'll find us like posting a lot on social media and sharing a lot of emails, because we have a collaboration with around 30 universities across the globe. So many of them are in the US. So in the US there are 4 semesters, which are trimesters. So in the winter trimester we will be conducting these programs. So these are also available online for anyone to join, which is Introduction to Multi-Omics, Biomedical Data Science in R, Biomedical Data Sciences in Python, Chem Informatics for Biomedical Drug Discovery. This will start on 27th January. OmicsLogic Transcriptomics is an in-depth transcriptomics analysis, and health learning for machine learning for healthcare informatics. So these are the winter semester programs that we are going to do, where students from US, Africa, and other countries, and even in India will join. Now about the research fellowship program that many of you have joined, and also many of you are thinking to join, is kind of a combination of all of this, because research fellowship program is a research training, and it's more driven for research projects that you could do during this NTCC time. So if you are thinking, if you have 4 to 5 months of time with you, what is the best that you can do with that? So if you are thinking that you want a career in life sciences, you want a career in biotechnology or healthcare, I think then you should consider this program, because this is kind of becoming quintessential for the future. In next 4 years, things are going to be in place in utilization, from doctors to recommendation systems to tests, all the diagnostics to prognostics. Everywhere machine learning and AI are going to be used. And what they are going to be using, they're going to use the healthcare data. So, and that's what we are trying to teach you, and that's what we are trying to do research on. And that's where the discoveries are happening. That's where the companies are forming in research. That's where there is revenue, and that's where there is job opportunities. So to be able to provide this, as I said, we keep on meeting and improving and thinking and discussing that what are the ways to improve, help students and develop such research projects, which requires a lot of brainstorming. So we do it on campus. We visit quite often. and then we collaborate to work together on some of these things, that developing learning models and implementing learning models for students who come from a very basic background, that people who have not exposed to these fields, they want a fresh perspective. And it's always good to start from the beginning, because you develop the basic understanding and there are different levels. But all of this is very easy to do, first of all, and very interesting to do as well, because if it is boring and or if it is lengthy, I think many students will lose interest. That is a normal thing to that could happen. So that's why you see that in our last program also, like 40 students completed their projects, all those who joined, except I think one or two who never who were never there. We tried our best even with them, but like even like 98% of the students were able to do a good project, even after giving very less time, some of them. How is that possible, and how is that made into this? That is what is made into this international educational system that we have developed. So in this, like for example, many of you said that you are interested in neuroscience and you're interested in infectious disease or whatever research area you're interested in. That research area will use some data, that research area will use some technology. So when you start your basic training, you know that research area. If you know, that is fine. If you don't know, we have the basic coursework that introduces you to those different research areas. So you can easily develop, like, okay, COVID or Ebola, or breast cancer or lung cancer, or Alzheimer's, or multiple sclerosis. So even like we see people suffering, we sometimes like think that if I can work on this, some disease which is like related to different types of problems that you see around. So that's the point. Like finding the disease is easy, but then finding data is important, the right kind of data that will give you like maybe a poster or like some good outcome that you can showcase in your CV, which will be very important in the after the end of this. So that is the part where mentors are needed, where our team is there to help you out. So basic training to this intermediate advanced training, then specialization. We have project data sets, so you start working on data sets. So like even for the coursework, like many people are like, why do I need to do coursework again? It's not like coursework, it's like tutorials, because you need to use the platforms, you need to learn how to do the data analysis. So there are, obviously, for any software you have to learn, you have to go to the tutorials and see how things are done. So that's how the coursework is built. It's all practical, so it's not boring because it's all practical. And again, like there are concepts that you need to learn that will definitely going to help you. There are keywords that you need to learn, that is what you're going to tell in the interviews, that is what you're going to write in the letters, and also like for higher education, for masters, for PhD. So all of this will be useful. So these are some of the things, outcomes from this. So after you do the data sets, you start working on the project. So these are different steps, but this is very easy to do in that context of and why we have made it like in such a easy way to do it. There's a reason. The reason is that, like, we know that you are not scientists, and some of this research is done at a very scientific level, like big labs are working, people are doing this research at a PhD level. But what if you start now? So if you start now, you by the time you maybe reach master's level or PhD level, you have 4, 5, 6 years of experience, and that is the experience you need to get, or you need to have to land a good job. I mean, you will see that any job that are posted, they will ask for 2 to 3 years of experience. But as a beginner at any level you start, even after master's or PhD, you're a beginner. So why not start this at this time, whenever you are like, and develop that experience, so that you're more you are more and more eligible for all the opportunities that are out there. So as I was telling you, this is automated, and this is not only automated, but there is a code no code way. So you can use the automated way, you can also use the coding way. So if you are interested in coding, you can go for coding. But if you're not, if you think that you are more interested in finding a solution, or finding the right answer, or doing something important, then you can use the platform and do the research, and then go do further downstream research or analysis, which requires some coding experience. So that what kind of coding experience it requires? Well, R and Python are one of the most common data science related coding languages. But in biology, what we do is we are not writing codes from the very basic. We are using already some of the libraries. And the reason being is that these libraries are like, they have algorithms, they have the visualization application. So when you start coding, you'll learn about these different libraries that we call to do a task. Because if you start writing everything from the basic, you'll end up with a million lines of code, which is not possible, obviously. So in coding also, all these automations work. You need to know how to call the library and write a command. So those are the things that you need to learn, that how to apply R and Python for bioinformatics, for data analysis, for any type of data analysis, not just like biological data. You can then do it for any kind of data and integrate. So those are the things that you need to consider when you are working as a biologist, and not go into deep of things which are not relevant for you. Now, learning platforms, these are commercial platforms, industry grade platforms, because we are using these platforms for industry research. So we have a team, we have the entire Tauber Bioinformatics Research Center, who is working with bigger cancer research institutes, bigger companies, and they're using the same platform for industry grade bioinformatics or industry grade data driven research. Now, these are like UCSF, Stanford, all bigger universities as well. So you are also getting access to the same platform to learn about it. And this has made written in a way and put it together in a graphical way, so that anyone can learn and apply and use this for their own research. Now, we have different types of research which is also ongoing, which is very interesting. It's like you see that obesity is a problem, or you see that obesity has a huge market, like people are buying so many products related to to become slimmer or looking good. So all of that work can be done through bioinformatics research nowadays, because of the microbiome, because of all these tests that are available, and all this different types of opportunities it has. So this is just not traditional bioinformatics. This is like modern and advanced bioinformatics data science and biomedical data science. So this is the opportunity that we are trying to bring, which I think is a very niche in its way, but also very important and going to be very important. So what we do is that we have we will be doing workshops, and we will be also doing regular sessions during this entire training process. And we will be giving you this sort of coursework where you will learn about how to design a bioinformatics research project. So once you know how genomics is applied, how transcriptomics or metagenomics is applied to data, or how can you apply clinical data to research, then you start thinking about the project. And that there are different steps in the project. So research topic, finding a good topic, data set, finding the good data set, and then summarizing your data set, that what kind of information and actually what kind of analysis you can do on data set. And then, because these are high dimensional, so one of the reason we are using the Tauber platform and we are not using like any web server or our own computers, is because this is high dimensional data, which is very big in size, like it's in gigabytes, sometimes it's in terabytes. And I mean, we are doing alignment of these bigger genomes together. So just imagine the computational power it requires. So that power is provided by the Tauber Bioinformatics Research Center. And that's why also this is a commercial platform, because it's not possible to give it, like it's just not possible to give it for free for anyone. No one is giving it for free because it is very computationally expensive. So that's kind of the capability that you get to start your exploratory analysis, where you run your PCA, you see that what kind of patterns you can find from the unknown data, and then you start your analysis from there and find patterns and find those clues that will help you find the kind of right gene, find the right target, or something which is new and unique. And that's the beauty of all of this, because what we are doing with each of the project is that finding something new and unique, not repeating something. That is also an option, but from there you have to grow more, like what people have done, but what more I can do, what more I can find. And that's what we have been able to do in a very short period of time, which is why this research fellowship is one of the best programs that we offer. It's like a mini PhD. that even undergraduate and even high school students have been able to do. So there are different stages and steps, as I was telling you. And then for every step, we have also like this weekly progress report, which Srigari reaches out to the participants, and we have our team who help you out with all of these steps, how to do it, like what to write and what kind of analysis. We are connected through Skype, and we are connected through different types of other like WhatsApp and all. So we are always there to help students when they are in need and when they are facing challenges. And all of this ends in recognition, and it will be beneficial for you in every step of your career, and that is very much guaranteed, because that's how the pattern has been, and many of us has gone through the same steps. So analysis, so as I was telling you about different steps, analysis and then writing. So these are different steps that we have like put together for you to understand how to work on a project, identifying a topic. Like in every step, you will find mentors to help you out. So this is mentor guided training, plus it is also like with a lot of other resources. So if you can also do it on your own, like all of this, because everything is there. Like, but also if you can't, we are always there to help you, and we have the sessions, all of that, to be able to help you. But all of these options are there for you to learn. And also, like one of the biggest advantages is to online infrastructure, and because of this, you can work at your own convenient time, at your own convenient place. At the same time, if you work in the university, in the lab, that would be also great, because in that you will be able to do it in a short period of time, in a strict number of hours. So a lot of outcomes. We have publications, we have posters with universities, with research institutes. People have got PhD full-time, fully funded PhDs in institutes which are of very high repute, and also have got like awards at different important and like good conferences and awards given by companies and all. So some of the outcomes that are for sure, which are there, is that to understand the challenges, you will know that what is going on in this industry, what is going on, and what are the different types of research and projects that are there, and you will get trained and get skills for sure, because you will be able to you will be able to just a second. Yeah, you will be able to work and develop these skill sets, and then you will be able to work on your independent research project, and publish and work on the publication as well. So here are some of the publications and all. We have over 8 to 10 publications that came from last year's research. And then I wanted to show you some of those people who have finished last time from undergraduate, like BSc Zoology. uh, um, Gautam was able to work in a very short period of time, collect a lot of point certificates, and work on a very specialized research area, complete his project, record his project, and contribute, which is with this published project. Similarly, like there were a lot of students who did really well, like all of them, I think, did really well, and also get a good CGPA and SGPA through the project, and that has really helped them to get a really good outcome from their degree also, because of the points and all. And then we have students who were able to work on either infectious diseases like SARS-CoV-2 wastewater samples. So this is what China is doing right now, like surveillance from the wastewater samples. Many places in India is going to complement that as well. So these are some cutting edge stuff that students have been able to work on, and they were able to complete these projects, publish these projects, and get like really a lot of recognition in Amity also, while doing their presentation of the finished projects, because they did thorough work and did a lot of other activity also that helped them got placed in good companies, as well as go for higher education in reputed universities and organizations. So that's what people have been able to do. And along with that, there is also an entrepreneurship path. So you can use this project to develop like a minimum viable product. So some of the group members did that in the recent hackathon, which includes microbiome in health and wellness, where the team developed Vicropreg predictor, that is an all-in-one wellness solution for understanding and predicting the likeliness of infections in vaginal infections, STIs, and other complications. So it's a predictive tool that they have built, and they would want to commercialize it and make it a product and come out as a startup. So this entire startup process and entrepreneurship is also supported by the same kind of training. And to be able to do this, we have industrial partners from around the globe. Some of them are at the one of the top organizations in technology or research or sciences, and also academic partners from like really reputed universities in India. We also have, and including your university. So that's about my part of the presentation. I think maybe I'll invite again Shri Gauri to see if there are any questions, and if we can maybe discuss anything else.
Thank you so much, sir. So we'll pause for a couple of seconds. If the participants have any queries, please feel free to either share it in the chat, or you can also unmute yourself, and we'll be happy to answer. In the chat box, I've also shared a couple of links to the student projects as well as the T-BioInfo platform that you will be making use of along your program duration. And also I've shared a link to the research publications that students have been able to do after the completion of their projects. You can take a look at them as well. They have been published in leading journals, and some are also in the preprint form who have plans to publish their work in leading journals. And you can also get to know more about these. We'll be emailing out to you a brochure so that you can get all of these details in one place. So for that, the participants can share their email IDs, those who wish to get the brochure in their emails, so that we can email it out. And we can also share the scholarship related queries as well. Slagna is asking how to enroll in the research fellowship and how to proceed from there.
Yeah, so Sulagna, I think Shubham is here. He will be able to connect with you, maybe give you a call and tell you about different options. So research fellowship, in the brochure we have, and also in the website, there is a link to submit the fee. But I think for Amity students, we have the scholarship, the most scholarship, the lowest price model available. So that I think Shubham will be able to help you out with. So you will connect, Shubham will email you and also like connect with you. If you have your phone number, you can share that as well, and he'll give you a call and tell you about the details.
Thank you so much, sir. We are waiting for any more queries that the participants are having. For those who are sharing their emails, we can email out the brochure and the scholarship related details as well. I'm also sharing the link to the email ID of our marketing manager, so that you can also get connected with her as well if you have any queries. So this is the email ID of the marketing manager. You can reach out to her at marketing@omicslogic.com. And I've also shared her contact number, which is also active on WhatsApp, so that students can reach out to her at any point of time if they're having any queries. Priyanka is asking, I'm trying to update profile, but when I'm trying to add my LinkedIn profile, the update option becomes disabled. Okay, we'll look into that. Can you share your email ID, Priyanka, in the chat box so that we can share your query with the technical team and they'll be looking into it? Thank you so much, Priyanka. All right, then if the participants have no further queries, we'll be ending today's meeting. And if everyone has shared their email IDs, we can email out the brochure and the scholarship details as well. All right, then thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's webinar, and we look forward to seeing you at the Research Fellowship Program. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.